everybody, my name is Jordan and I am one of the producers, writers, and guitar players from the Fracture Project. In this video I'm going to go over some guitars I used during this project and the process. Got quite a few to go over, so we'll just get to it. If you want to hear some more information, leave a comment below. I think future videos I'm going to try and do one on guitar pedals and possibly computer DAWs and stuff like that. So anyway, first guitar, the first axe is this Fender Baritone. She's pretty, and it's a baritone guitar. I mean, what do I say? I mean, they're hard to come by, but if you can find a baritone, get it, because they're awesome. This one's tuned to a B standard. I love that it's simple. You got two knobs, your volume, you got your tone. The pickups in here are single coil, Seymour Duncan. I can't remember the string gauge, but for baritones it's a little different. They're a heavy, light to heavy gauge. The big thing with these is just get them set up properly, and it will play really well. I think I used this guitar on, I don't know, 3 or 4 of the songs on the new Fracture record, and so I love this guitar. Up next is this hollow body by Epiphone. These are great guitars. I haven't modded it, I haven't changed anything. Everything on this is stock. Your typical humbucking pickups, and I've used it on 2 songs during this record. This one's actually in standard tuning, where I think it sounds best. It's just got a great sound, especially in the neck pickup. It just resonates in a way with my amps and the DAWs that my other guitars don't. And so, what else can I say? I love it. It was a gift, and I'll keep this guitar for as long as I can play. And she's pretty. The next one I used a lot in this record, my Fender Tele. Every guitar player, I assume, by this point has a Fender Tele. This one is the Paisley edition, and this thing, not only is it gorgeous, but it plays the way it looks. Super nice, super sexy. One thing about this Tele that I love is the neck. It's thick, which is what I need because I got fat hands. Standard tuning, it's just something that I used on every song in the Fracture record. One thing I should mention, I did swap out these pickups twice now. The first sets were your standard single coil. I liked them, but I feel like with Fender guitars, especially Teles, you really want to try and find your own sound. And so I installed the noiseless pickups that I enjoyed, and then I just actually installed quarter pounders in this guitar, and it screams a little more bite to it, a little more girth, a little more dirt to it that I wanted, and I probably think this might be my favorite guitar. Added some locking tuners, which are really, really nice and convenient. Yeah, get a Tele if you don't have one. Get one. Get this one. Get a Tele. There is one song that I used this beauty. This is my Fender Tele Deluxe, and these can be kind of hard to come by. I got this at my local Guitar Center shop, oh man, maybe 13, 14 years ago. This just has its own unique sound. There is no guitars that sound quite like a Tele Deluxe. It's very heavy, it's got a lot of weight. I love the transitions of these pickups from the neck to the middle to the bridge. It's blended really nicely, it's really responsive. I used it on two songs in this last record. It has the Tele sound, but it has it in a humbucker, and that's what those pickups are. I love this guitar. It's probably one of my most favorites I own. The neck, and again, these Tele necks are just huge. They're fat, and that's what I need for my fingers. But I typically have them set up in a whole step down, so that would be D standard. These are great, and I've seen people play these, and I'm like, I have to get one. And so, love the way it looks, love the way it plays. It's a beautiful guitar, and it plays nicely, and I'm hoping to keep using this on future records. I will say, with miking this guitar with my amps, this one tends to sound the best. I don't know what it is, it just sounds the best. It's just responsive in a way that my other ones aren't, and I love it. I got a bunch of guitars in here, but I'm going to only show the ones that I used on the Fracture record. I have this Gretsch. These are fun to play. They're so pretty. Who doesn't like the Bigsby? Oh man. This guitar I've done a lot of work on. I didn't change the pickups, but it's been set up a few times. Ended up putting locking tuners in this guitar because I like to use the Bigsby a lot on this. That's the whole reason I bought it. This guitar just has a dark tone. It has a natural grit, a natural breakup that I have not heard in any other guitar before. Some come close, but not quite a Gretsch. These are great for just overdrive tones. You have some for clean, some for gain. This is great for your delays and your overdrives that just slightly break up the amp. This guitar is going to do it. Maybe big guitar swells and delays. Again, this one is just, it's a go-to. If you don't have a Gretsch, I'd suggest getting it. Sometimes these knobs can get in the way. That's the one fallback, especially that one there. And I've hit this a few times while playing it. But I love this guitar. I refuse to ever sell it. I think it's gorgeous. It weighs a ton. One thing I'll mention too with these, they started doing a while back, is it's all solid. So the neck isn't drilled in. It's just a solid piece of wood, which makes a huge difference in how the intonation is with different tunings especially. Yeah, I love this guitar so much. And so if you can get a Gretsch, get one. One more I'll show you. You gotta have one Fender Strat. I used it on one track that I don't think even made the record, but I'll show it anyway. I love it because I built it from scratch. I've changed these pickups numerous times. I've changed the pick guard, I've changed the neck, I've changed the locking tuners, I've changed the wires. It's pretty much a different guitar, but it's mine. Added the graphite saddles. This thing stays in great tuning when I use the whammy bar, but it still sounds like a Strat, you know? It's just got that Strat sound that I really was going for. Every guitar player needs to have at least one Strat. These are actually the sensor lace pickups. Not sure if you can see them in the camera really well, but this guitar is just sexy and I love it, and it's one of my favorite Strats I've ever owned. I got two more, but like I said, I'm only going to show the guitars I used on the record. And that's that one. Well look, I don't like long YouTube videos, and so I'm going to cut it off here, but if you want to see more or hear more, leave a comment down in the box below. Thanks a lot guys for watching this video.